Firestorm made its first appearance for DC Comics on Firestorm, the Nuclear Man Issue 1 in March 1978. Later on in 2015, Firestorm made its debut in the Flash TV show series, and in 2016, he becomes a recurring character in DC's Legends of Tomorrow. Although there have been many versions, the original incarnation of Firestorm is made up of two people, Ronnie Raymond, a high school student, and Martin Stein, a university professor. In the comics, a nuclear plant blows up, causing an immense atomic blast, affecting these two major characters, who then find out that they both have special abilities to become one. And just like that, a superhero phenomenon was created.
In The Flash, Dr. Stein faces a crisis when Ronnie Raymond tragically dies. Fortunately, the Flash and his team find two potential matches for Dr. Stein, Henry Hewitt and Jefferson Jackson. Both of them share the same blood type and have a specific gene arrangement with matching alleles as Dr. Stein. In order to test which of the two are truly compatible with Dr. Stein, they place a splicer device on their chest.
When I put this splicer on your chest, you're going to feel a rush. That's a molecular primer being released into your body. Then you can make physical contact with Professor Stein and Firestorm Matrix will take over.
A molecular primer is a short strand of DNA or RNA that serves as a starting point for DNA synthesis. It is required for replication because DNA polymerases, which are enzymes that catalyze the process, can only add new nucleotides to existing DNA strands. The splicer allows the host to merge with Dr. Stein on a molecular level. Firestorm functions through the interaction of two different organisms living in close physical association, typically to the advantage of both, also known as symbiosis. This mutual relationship allows for self-sustenance, which is the ability to survive in harsh environments without air, sleep, food, or water. Dr. Heather Allens at Boston University, who focuses and researches on the biology of marine extremophiles, stated that ordinary humans live off energy from the sun. Symbiotes, however, get energy from chemicals.
Chemistry. Firestorm exhibits extraordinary abilities that are quite complex on the chemical level. His spontaneous combustion requires that his skin becomes resistant to flames and is able to burn without burning his skin. Ordinary people are not flammable due to human bodies being significantly comprised of water. Another ability Firestorm demonstrates is the ability to rearrange inorganic objects into other shapes or objects, provided he knows their atomic makeup. Without a partner to merge with, Dr. Stein becomes extremely unstable because the highly reactive molecules in his body no longer have anything to bond with. The longer Dr. Stein goes without merging, the more unstable and weak he becomes. The team brings in Jefferson Jackson to explain his extraordinary capabilities.
We think you have potential capabilities.
What kind of capabilities?
The same as Professor Stein, the ability for your body to process fission and fusion.
The word fission means splitting up or breaking into parts. Nuclear fission is the process in which an unstable nucleus is split into two smaller nuclei, known as fission products. Fusion means the merging of separate elements into a unified whole. Nuclear fusion happens when two nuclei under extreme pressure and temperature unite to form one heavier nucleus. This process is what powers the sun. In both cases, massive amounts of energy are produced. When Jackson and Dr. Stein are bonded and utilizing the power of the Matrix, Firestorm can harness the excess energy to create powerful nuclear blasts.
Physics. As mentioned before, users of the Firestorm Matrix have the ability to manipulate and change matter by rearranging molecular or particle structures of a substance. This ability can be done not only on other substances, but also on the users themselves, allowing for them to regenerate injured physical properties, shapeshift, survive without food, and do many other incredible things. Users of the Matrix also have the ability to manipulate energy and use it to fly at extremely fast velocities. More specifically, Firestorm can travel at supersonic speeds. This means that he is flying faster than the speed of sound, approximately 1,236 km per hour, or Mach 1. In addition, besides manipulating energy, Firestorm can also absorb many different types of energy. The most common energies that are used by the Firestorm matrix are energies associated with life in the human body. Solar energy can be created, as mentioned before, through the process of fusion and can be used as an emergency battery for when Firestorm does not have the energy needed to perform their functions. However, if done for too long, there can be major consequences as the body can be overwhelmed and genetically disintegrate.
Sports, health, exercise science. Following the accident with the particle accelerator, Jax tore his anterior cruciate ligament, or also known as ACL, ruining his dreams of being a college athlete. The ACL is one of two key ligaments that connects the thigh bone to the shin bone and helps stabilize the knee joint. It is most commonly torn during sports activities that involve sudden stops and changes in direction. When the ligament is damaged, there is either a partial or full tear of the tissue. Often, surgery and physical therapy are required to fix the full tear and regain leg mobility. When Jax merges with Dr. Stein, the regeneration properties finally cure his torn ACL. Also, Firestorm has superhuman strength and durability. He can survive bullets and stab wounds and the physical damage of exploding constantly. However, if not used sparingly, Firestorm's strength can be destructive to the host. For example, when separated, Stein faces some problems in his life and goes to drinking, which affects Firestorm when Ronnie and Stein merge. So even though each individual makes their own health choices, it affects all people involved.
Computer-generated imagery, or CGI, is the use of computer graphics to create three-dimensional images and special effects in both live-action and animated films. Both The Flash and Legends of Tomorrow use CGI to create Firestorm's powers. Calculating the motion of effects in order to make them appear natural is very tedious, so physically based simulations are used to analyze the motion involved in solids and fluids. Computer algorithms are used to make the graphics look realistic by calculating for details such as texture, lighting, and color. Algorithms can also rotate objects, generate collisions, or mathematically stitch together slices of a falling water drop to create realism.
Firestorm's flying effects are achieved with the help of screens and a process known as chroma key. Chroma keying is a technique that isolates a single color in an electronic image or video, and then uses a computer software to make that color transparent. It allows media technicians to separate the screens from the people standing in front of it and replace it with any background. Typically, the screens are a bright green or blue color because the hues vastly differ from human skin tones and are not usually found in clothing, so the color can easily be isolated. Thanks to CGI and computer science, Firestorm's incredible powers are able to be displayed on the big screen.
Firestorm exhibits a multitude of scientific powers and abilities lacking in the average person. These aid him in his endeavor to keep the world safe and protected.